This is my dad's
蛋花湯
egg drop soup, the Chinese takeout classic. After serving tens of thousands of bowls of egg drop soup over his 50 years as a chef, my dad's gonna share his restaurant secrets to develop the signature floury wisps and the perfect heartwarming textures, all ready to eat in a matter of minutes. First, we'll prepare the shrimp.
蝦咧搣咗殼先，將佢搣咗殼啊。
First, we'll peel the shrimp by hand. We're using pretty large 26 to 30 shrimp today, which means there are 26 to 30 shrimp in a pound. For smaller shrimp, you would go for bigger numbers, which my dad actually says would be better for this soup as you could skip cutting them into smaller pieces later. For sustainable seafood options, check out the Seafood Watch website.
我哋做呢個湯唔需要咁大隻嘅蝦啊嘛，所以我今日咧就搣開佢洗乾淨之後咧，再切薄啲，切細啲，咁啊片開佢嗱。
Now, we'll turn the knife edge sideways and slice the shrimp in half.
開佢片開佢。
This will help us devein the shrimp in the next step.
片開佢。
To level up your confidence in cutting all kinds of ingredients, check out our comprehensive masterclass on knife techniques in the CANTO Cooking Club. To get access, check out club.mammothlau.com.
好啦，片咗之後咧，我哋用少少水洗乾淨佢，洗起啲蝦腸佢嚇。
With a bit of water, we'll agitate the shrimp by hand to wash off the veins.
除咗用蝦之外咧，好多朋友係對啲蝦有敏感嘅，你咪唔用蝦啊，改用雞肉嚟做，切碎啲雞肉做。素食嘅朋友咧，改用啲新鮮嘅蘑菇啊、雞髀菇啊、海鮮菇、新鮮嘅冬菇，咁樣嚟做都非常好味㗎啊！
全部都係切粒，
切得切絲都冇問題，切就得㗎啦，攣乾水佢先。
We'll drain the washed shrimp and squeeze out any excess water.
將佢劃啲蝦肉擺落嚟，咁切碎就得啦，又唔碎得好碎啊！
We'll cut the shrimp into roughly half-inch pieces.
可以咁樣睇。
If you're a bit more comfortable with your knife or cleaver, you can quickly chop into small pieces like this. Then we'll marinate the shrimp.
我哋先俾少少胡椒粉上去，去咗腥味嗬。然之後咧，俾佢一個茶匙個生粉上去，咁啊上去撈勻就得啦。
We have all of these ingredients listed on our blog at madewithlau.com, along with step-by-step instructions and video clips to guide you as you make the recipe at home.
咁樣將蝦肉緊咧，佢就會滑啲噶啦。
My dad likes to use his hands to mix in the seasoning thoroughly.
咁得噶啦，擺喺度，緊最尾嘅時候，整好晒啲湯嘅時候，擺落去就撈勻得噶啦。好啦，切好啲蝦肉之後咧，用啲紅蘿蔔嚟，用少少紅蘿蔔得噶啦，擺喺面上嘅啫，撈勻佢。 有啲卡乸咁解嘅啫。
We'll peel and cut off about a 3-inch section of the carrot.
有啲佢就得㗎啦。
First, we'll cut it into thin slices.
打橫咁切得㗎啦。
Then we'll rotate 90 degrees and chop roughly into small pieces.
好啦，再切豆腐而家，你用半嚿豆腐得㗎啦。
We'll first take out the tofu from the packaging and drain the water.
係咩豆腐嚟？ 呢
個係軟豆腐嚟嘅，你可以用你唔中意滑豆腐，用硬豆腐亦都冇問題。軟豆腐咧佢就滑啲餐館多數都係用呢隻豆腐做嘅，一半就夠啦。
Now we'll cut up the tofu.
我哋咧將切粒嚟㗎啦，睇住嚟呢得一開二呢度一開二，好啦，然後打平佢咧就切薄㗎啦嗱。
Then we'll cut into strips.
夠啦，就開始咁啦。
Now we'll turn the knife to cut the strips into small cubes.
好啦，咁我哋4隻蛋啊。
Lastly, we'll crack 4 eggs into a bowl and set it aside for later.
材料就係咁多啦。材料準備好之後咧，就開始煮呢個蛋花湯。我今日咧就用一罐嘅雞湯做蛋湯。如果你唔用佢咧，亦都冇所謂。你可以用雞粉，你可以用一個湯匙嘅雞粉落去，味會鮮好多嘅。今日咧我就用雞湯，啲雞湯係淡雞湯冇味嘅嗬，淨係純雞湯嚟嘅啫。我倒落去。
We'll add 1 can of chicken broth into the pot and turn the heat to high. Or instead, you can use 1 tablespoon of chicken bouillon powder and 1 cup of water here.
6杯水做，呢啲係滾水嚟㗎啦。
Then we'll add 6 cups of boiling water.
今日咧，我哋特別用呢個超級生粉嚟打埋個圈。超級生粉嘅好處咧，佢就打個圈之後睇落去好晶瑩、好透明。佢個湯咧，佢個結度咧唔會突然間化水，同埋佢咧唔需要用多。如果佢係用3湯匙嘅中位粉咧，要用5個湯匙。佢可以用少啲，佢要用多啲，先有咁效果啊。
What other starches can you use
other than cornstarch and potato starch?
番薯粉都得，
Hi!
番薯粉都得，
Are you brushing your teeth?
木薯粉都得。
For the slurry, we'll add 3 tablespoons of potato starch to a bowl.
呢個係3個湯匙嘅啊，如果唔夠再俾啲啊，再加落去。水咧，我就用3湯匙嘅水，唔好啦，4湯匙，多啲水。
We'll mix the potato starch in with the water and set it aside for now.
而家咧，先俾啲豆腐落去先嗬。
As the water starts to boil, we'll add in the tofu and give it a quick stir. As a subtle pro tip, prevent splashing by holding your ladle just at water level to break the tofu's fall.
如果係發蛋，蛋咧就最好加少少水落去先去發，一個湯匙嘅水上去，咁發咧蛋咧佢就容易散開嗱。
Now we'll beat the eggs well with the fork.
呢個叉得㗎啦，係咁打去嘅，大力啲發唔怕，俾佢大啲咁，大力發得。啲蛋白同啲蛋黃咧發開一齊撈埋，發起啲蛋。如果你咁樣就唔得啦，係嘛？咁樣唔好啦，要發起啲蛋佢，好似發蛋啊！打好啲蛋，打好啲，只要個蛋發得嘅勻咧，打嗰啲但係個蛋花就打得靚。
點樣知道人哋打得花唔好啊？
你會劏出嚟睇到蛋白同啲蛋黃分得晒嘅，打得唔好咯。好啦，發咗蛋之後咧，埋芡咯喎，滾咗啦。埋芡嘅時候咧，最好就閂咗火嘅先，慢慢嚟，一邊攪一邊放，慢慢攪睇住啦。你一下倒晒落去就起晒粒㗎啦，慢慢下。
On low heat, we'll slowly pour in the slurry while mixing with a ladle.
同埋唔好打，唔好開猛火佢，慢慢得㗎啦。嗱，咁樣就未夠啦，嗱，我稀得滯啦，我而家要俾多2個湯匙。
Here, my dad thinks the soup is still too thin, so he creates more slurry with 2 tablespoons of potato starch and 3 tablespoons of water. He mixes it together, then again pours it in while stirring.
差唔多啦。
It's better to add less at first so you don't over thicken the soup. For us, it was 5 tablespoons of potato starch and 7 tablespoons of water total for the slurry.
開翻火，煮少翻滾嘅先。
How do you make it less gloppy, like clumpy?
埋芡嘅時候停咗火先埋，先至打芡。嗱，你唔好一下咁倒晒落嗰啲芡，就一嚿嚿啦。慢慢咁俾落去，倒落去一嚿嚿，咁佢就唔會起粒。你又開猛火，又快脆咁倒晒落去，就一嚿嚿啦。
This next part is one of the most important steps, so pay attention.
滾啦，落蛋。落蛋嘅時候咧，閂慢火，慢慢落，一邊攪住佢一邊咁樣落下邊攪先，你攪得佢唔好沉晒底啊嘛。
Also on low heat, we'll drizzle in the egg just like the slurry, a bit at a time, while stirring with the ladle at the bottom of the pot. At my parents' old restaurant, egg drop soup was by far one of the most popular items. So much so that my sister and I used to steal bowls of it when my parents weren't looking. Also known as dan fa tong, or literally egg flour soup, mastering this dish might inspire you to try some of our other soups that employ this egg flouring technique, like our Westlake beef soup, seaweed soup, or wintermelon seafood soup. On another note, if you've been around since the beginning, egg drop soup was the 3rd video we ever posted on our channel back in September 2020. Today's version is slightly different, with tofu and shrimp instead of frozen veggies, but we just wanted to say thank you for all of your support. This journey has taken us beyond even our wildest dreams, and we could not do it without you. So thank you.
而家時候咧，落埋啲蝦上去，要閂火㗎啦，好慢得㗎啦，俾埋啲蝦上去。
Then we'll add the shrimp.
慢火咁，等啲蝦落去熟就得㗎啦。蝦轉咗雪色，變咗有啲暗紅色，啲蝦就熟㗎啦。而家做咩咧？落鹽。
For seasoning, we'll add 3/4 of a tablespoon of salt
啲少少胡椒粉上去。
and a 1/4 teaspoon of white pepper.
嗱，你嚟試下，夠唔夠味
Now we'll see if it's salty enough.
？OK 啦。加2滴油上去，等佢更加好。俾少少糖上去調一調味，一個茶匙糖。咁樣啲味咧，鹽同糖就中和咗啦。湯煮好咗，而家就上碗裝起佢。
First, we'll add and mix in a bit of the carrot to the soup. Then, we'll transfer it into a large serving bowl. Finally, we'll sprinkle just a bit more carrot on the top for color. Then we're ready to serve it while it's still hot.
好，朋友們，蛋花湯試好咗啦，希望大家中意。紅隊、妹妹，落嚟飲湯咯。
Cheers!
Hold on. Most of the time he doesn't win. Thank you, Moi Moi. Is this a soup lotion?
YouTube thinks you'll like this recipe next. Let's see if they're right. A huge thank you to our walk stars and all of our chefs in the CANTO Cooking Club.